First of all, congratulations to USC, an awfully good football team. We knew we'd have to come in here and play our best in order to have a chance to win. And I thought our young men played hard. I thought they fought to the bitter end. I'm very, very proud of the football team. Unfortunately, we made some mistakes, and they made some plays that prohibit us from winning. The obvious things were the special teams issues we had. Not being able to convert early with the field goal, not ideal situation for JJ there. Certainly the punt return where they fooled us. And then the onside kick there was supposed to be a bloop to about 20 yards over, and I think JJ knew what he was supposed to do. I think he stubbed his toe a little bit there and mishit it. So certainly not anything I'm pinning on any of those guys. Just the facts of the matter. And then we didn't protect the ball well enough, and uncharacteristic of us, we were not very good in the red zone, and that's something that we've done well. Is put points up on the board when we're in the red zone, and tonight that wasn't the case. So usually tight games like this come down to those types of variables, and tonight came down to that, and we were not able to get it done. It's incredibly disappointing. It's a very disappointed football team in there. I commend them for their energy, their effort, their enthusiasm, the attitude they brought to this game, the way they worked all week, the way they fought all game, the energy on the sidelines, and I expect them to bring that exact same type of effort next week to the Rose Bowl on Friday night when we try to go 6-0 at home and even this thing out. So it's been a tough season. Obviously, we've had to overcome tremendous disadvantages on defense in terms of personnel. I shouldn't say disadvantages. I should say adversity. We lost another guy tonight with Chris, and that hurt us obviously down the stretch there. But like they have all year, these guys will continue to fight back, and the next guy will step up, and he'll do the very, very best he can. So, any questions?
I feel like in the third quarter, it felt like the momentum was squarely shifting your way. Josh looked really good. Jordan was a great connection going on. Did you feel pretty good at that point? It seemed like the game was headed in your direction.
I felt confident the entire game. I felt confident the entire week. It wasn't there until they converted that third and one that I didn't feel, that we had a shot. That's how I am though. You have to convert when you get in the red zone. You have to. You're playing a really good football team like this. You've got to do things, and you've got to stop things. That they're going to help you win, and we weren't good enough at that tonight, and they were. So once again, I commend them, and it was a tough night for us.
What was your assessment? What was your assessment of Josh tonight? Because it seemed like you put all your trust in. When at 4th and 10, he comes up and makes the completion. Even in the fourth quarter right there, he hits last in the corner. What's your assessment of him in this game? I know you haven't had a chance to watch the film.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to make a full assessment until I watch the film, like you just said. He did some tremendous things, and then just like every quarterback and every player and every performer, there's some plays, there's some moments that they'd like to take back, and I think that, when you talk to Josh, what he will talk about probably more than anything is not the yards and the touchdowns, but the missed opportunities. And that's what great competitors do. That's what great performers do, is they're highly critical of themselves at all times. And I think that's one of the reasons we've seen such growth out of Josh, is that he's going to be highly critical of himself, even though I think he threw for
421.
What did he throw for? A lot?
421.
32 of 52 for 421. And he's going to come in here and he's not going to talk about those 32 completions for 421 yards. Josh is going to talk about that one interception. And that's one of the great things about that young man. One of the things I appreciate the most is it's all about team, and it's all about winning for him.
Coach, you mentioned the red zone. Late in the game, there is a decision on 4th down inside the 10-yard line to kick the field goal. Just kind of what went into that decision?
My decision to kick?
The decision to kick the field goal.
Because it was the right decision.
All right.
10 catches, 204, yeah. You know, he's a big, you know, he makes big plays. You know, he's a good football player, you know, and I thought he did a tremendous job tonight at staying focused. I know they dropped the flag on him on that one, and I tried to explain to the official that was 2 high school buddies, guys that had gone against each other, joking around, but he didn't want to have anything to do with that. But his performance tonight in a game when, you know, we're missing Darren Andrews and we're missing Caleb Wilson and, you know, some of those guys that have been great receivers for us and put up a lot of yards. You know, 2 weeks in a row now, Jordan's come up big, and we're going to need that again next week.
Do you have any injury updates on Chris Barnes, Molu, or Austin Roberts?
No, but I don't think any of them look good. So, yeah, we'll just have to, you know, the next guy have to step up, and we'll just have to keep going, and we'll do the best we can, and that's what these guys have done all year, especially on defense and in the receiving corps, is they just step up and they do the best they can. So.
Chief, how much would a Postgame mean for the trajectory of the program?
Well, right now, you know, if we can, you know, pull this thing together and come back with great energy next week, which I expect us to do, and we can go out and we can defend our home field again, and we get to a bowl, I think would mean a lot for these young men, given the circumstance of this situation, and that's what we're going to try to do.
Well, Kenny was in a shoulder sling. Is he out for all?
You know, I was hopeful that he'd be able to play tonight. He suffered a severely bruised rib last week. Our thought was that they'd be able to, you know, block the pain in some form or fashion, in a safe way, certainly for the player, and that he'd be able to play. But as the week went on, he just was not able to recover. The pain was so intense. I mean, he couldn't raise his arm, he couldn't take a deep breath, and so we just couldn't put him on the field under those circumstances. It really is it's more of a pain issue than anything, but it's a severe pain and it's a deep pain, and it's a pain in an area where it affects his breath.
The conference tournament, they fix you guys out. Is that just something that's hard to prevent? You know, that these guys are so used to just flying to other returns.
Well, everybody has a responsibility on punt return, and we've been good on it this year. And we picked the wrong time to not be good on it. We picked the wrong time to have our right gunner collapse to the ball and not have awareness of the guy back there. Those are things that we work on, things that we talk about. You know, you could see it setting up from the sideline, but unfortunately, you know, you couldn't get it conveyed to the players as the play was developing. It's a tough lesson to learn, you know, especially when we work so hard on it, and guys have been consistently good at it all year. So, you know, great play by them. Very well executed by them, called at the right time.
Is that it? Thank you.
Okay, thank you.